Ladies and gentlemen, this is the semi-main event of the evening. ISTVAN ZELLER versus BILAL AKKAWY.
Mr. Bombastic. We order some bombastic, romantic, fantastic lover.
And welcome back to the commentary position here, ringside at the Melbourne Pavilion. What a big night it's been, and we've got the two biggest fights to come. BILAL AKKAWY, one of the rising stars of Australian boxing, and he's going to be fighting for the vacant WBC Eurasia Pacific Boxing Council super middleweight title against a man we've seen in Australia before, in ISTVAN ZELLER. And there he is right there and now. He fought Zach Dunn some 18 months ago, back in 16 months ago in fact, at the Moonee Valley Race Course, not far from here at the Melbourne Pavilion, and was stopped in 3 rounds. That was for the title that they're fighting for tonight. It was also for the WBO Oriental Super Middleweight crown. So ISTVAN ZELLER, we've seen him before, and he has got his work cut out tonight against BILAL AKKAWY, who, as Brad Vicali joins us back in the commentary position, is one of the exciting stars of the sweet science in this great country of ours.
Oh, absolutely. The Akawi team from Sydney, they're a very, very successful team up there in Sydney. They've got a lot of good fighters work out of their gym, and it's great to see BILAL down here in Melbourne. He's being supported by Barry Michael, and he is undefeated. Only 1 draw. He's only blots on his record, but 11 wins, 10 by way of knockout. So he possesses a couple of hammers behind those red Everlast gloves that he's got. And of course, when you look at the records he got, we're talking BILAL AKKAWY having his 13th professional fight, while his opponent, ISTVAN ZELLER, having fight number 40. So it looks like a bit of a mismatch on paper when you look at the quality of the opponents that Zella has fought and the countries that he's fought. He's fought in Germany, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Argentina, Denmark, Slovakia, the USA. But let me tell you this, Bruce, he doesn't travel well at all.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the semi-main event of the evening. This fight brought to you by George from Lotus Caravans. 10 by 3-minute rounds in the super middleweight division. They will be fighting for the WBC Eurasia Pacific Super Middleweight Boxing Council title. Your referee in charge when that bell tolls, the one and only Ignatius Missilides. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, trained by Tibor Faya out of the Faya Gym with an official weight of 75.2 kilograms, wearing black trunks with white, a fight record of 39 fights, 30 wins, 15 coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Hungary, he is the former WBF International Champion, ISTVAN ZELLER. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, trained by Mick and Al Akawi out of the Akawi Boxing Gym, an official weight of 75.95 kilograms, wearing black trunks. Undefeated, 12 fights, 11 wins, 1 draw, 9 coming by way of knockout. Representing New South Wales, Australia, he is the current IBO Youth World Champion, BILAL AKKAWY. Both fighters to centre ring for referees' instructions.
Okay, guys, I explained the rules to you in the change room. I want you to obey my commands at all times and protect yourselves all the time. Chuck gloves now, touch, and good luck.
Don't be fooled by the baby face. BILAL AKKAWY, he fights with serious intent and has sledgehammers in both fists. And ISTVAN ZELLER is about to find that out. Brad Vicali, Bruce Eva with you as well in commentary, and we can't wait to get this one started.
Nice, simple referee's instructions there as ISTVAN ZELLER puts the arm out. AKKAWY begrudgingly touches it. He's all business, BILAL. He's already commanding centre ring. Goes straight at ISTVAN ZELLER. Looks a little bit like he's had too many of meat pies.
Might have had a good Christmas. You were making the point just before the introductions in terms of he has fought extensively abroad, but he's just always come up short. He's, in fact, I think, undefeated in his native Hungary. He's on a 6-fight winning streak, Zella, but as soon as he gets on a plane,
yeah,
he just cannot get a W.
8 fights overseas for 8 losses,
Yep.
you know. And, you know, some fight, look, the occasion beats most fighters, you know. Like, you know, I had a good chat with the great Costizu one time, you know. And, look, even as a referee, when you're travelling around the world refereeing, you've got, you know, 20 or 30,000 people there watching. You need to be able to handle the occasion. And fighters often get overtaken by the occasion, you know, with a lot of people fighting on a big card. They get starstruck, but champions don't do that.
Akawi, who just looks so seasoned for someone just of 22 years of age, so tender in years, a baby face, but he is just so composed and
well, with Mick, he's, you know,
relentless
the
in the
family, they're a fighting family. They train some good fighters up there in Sydney, and none other than the great Nader Hamdan, who's having his first comeback fight tonight in Sydney. I don't know how he's gone, but he comes from a fighting family, so naturally he would have been born with a pair of boxing gloves.
He claimed the IBO Youth Super Middleweight title in his last outing here at the Melbourne Pavilion. Akawi when he stopped Guillermo Andino in 5 rounds, and he threw the punch of the night on that 8-fight card. It was just an amazing straight right just below, just above our commentary position early in the fight, and Andino did well to recover from it.
You can see at the moment Bilal just trying to, you know, just one punch. He's just trying to, he's reaching with that arm, trying to throw the big punch. He knows he's got power, and that's what punchers often do. They fall into that trap of just sort of with every punch is loaded and every punch has got bad intentions, and they want to end the fight with every punch. But look, if the knockout's going to come, it'll come when you're not expecting it. Just let the punches flow, let the hands go, and the knockout will come if it's going to come.
Akawi weighed in 3/4 of a kilo heavier than his Hungarian opponent, who's been on his bike for most of this opening stanza, which has only 15 seconds remaining.
He certainly felt the power of Bilal Akkawy, and
carrying his left very low is Akawi as he shoots out the jab.
He could get away with it, you know, up until now, but against some really good fighters, they'll expose that. But that was a good round for Akawi in round number 1. 10-9 on our unofficial round. As we watch Tibor Fair and, of course, Mahmoud Akawi in the corner with Bilal. They've got a great gym up there in Sydney. He comes from the Sydney suburb of Peakhurst.
And this fight proudly brought to you by Lotus Caravans, as we see some of the action from the opening round, and just a stinging little left there from Akawi as he came in low. And Zella, as you said earlier, Brady, felt the power early.
Yeah, and he doesn't want any part of it. When you look at that, he just doesn't want any part of it. But of course now Bilal is starting to follow his opponent with those big power punches. He needs to be able to set the pace and get him to come onto his punches rather than be chasing him, because he'll follow him. Got some great sponsors around the room here tonight, and friends of the fighting family that we have here in Melbourne as we watch. That's Bilal Akkawy in the black shorts and ISTVAN ZELLER from Kostaska in Hungary in the black and white Lonsdale shorts.
As Akawi once again starts the second round as he did the first, just reaching out with that left jab to the solar plexus. Cheeky little right over the top there from Zella.
Well, he will. He'll try and what he's going to try and do, what he really needs to do, he needs to start to throw some leads if he's going to stay in this fight. If he just wants to be a passenger, he's doing a good job. But if he wants to win the fight, he's going to have to start to bring Bilal onto his punches and start to counterpunch, because he doesn't want to engage at the moment because of the power of Akawi. But he's got some good hands. He's beaten a few good fighters over his time, but at the moment he doesn't want to engage, and he knows the power of Akawi. So. Akawi as pronounced, but
Akawi just getting a little busy, and that right really stung.
He's getting wild,
who's right on his bike.
He's getting a little bit wild. He wants to end this. He's an impatient young man, and by gee, he's a good fighter, but he needs to just take his time. Let his power work for him. Work smarter, not harder.
I think Akawi's worked out that Zella, for the most part, isn't going to stand in front of him. He's going to have to go looking for him, and he's going to cover a lot of Ks in the squared circle tonight, is our Hungarian friend.
Absolutely. I can't see this going the distance, scheduled for 10 rounds. Just want to say a quick hello again to Con Casimas from Modern Style Kitchens in Clayton South. Great supporter of the sport of professional boxing here in Melbourne. And I don't know whether Con's here with us or whether he's watching live, but Modern Style Kitchen.
Left hook and it absolutely flattens Zella. The count's up to 5.
6.
He will beat it.
7.
Ignatius Miscellaneous has a good long look into his eyes.
Depends up.
There was the big power punch to the right hand. I'd love to see that in replay. 55 seconds to go. Can he hold out?
Don't blink, folks.
Oh, he's getting desperate now, Bilal. Just take your time.
Just needs to stay composed here.
He's just a little bit impatient, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, he just wants to end. He wants to hurt his opponent with every punch. And look, a good fighter's going to bring him undone. They're just going to take their time and wear his punches and make him miss as Zella starts to fight back a little bit. Talent abounds, Bilal Akkawy.
So Akawi, that thundering left hook, and Zella was completely flattened.
He's a great little super middleweight, 76.364 kilos, and tonight he weighed 75.95. And he's only a young kid, just 22 years of age. Absolutely, yeah. He's still got that baby sort of body, the youth body on him. Not a baby body, but the youth body. And that was a great round. It's a 10-8 round for those at home who are wondering. And let's clear up a little bit here about 10-8 rounds and knockdown rounds. A lot of people automatically think a 10-8 round, if you get knocked down, it's an automatic 10-8 round. That is wrong. It is normally a 10-8 round. As well, let's see if we can see some of this action. And we'll see the exchange here in a moment, and the big right hand. And you can see Bilal there, just overreaching. There's a left hook. Beautiful punch. But he brought his opponent onto it, you see. He brought his opponent into range rather than be arm punching the way he was by overreaching. And his opponent's in range now, and that's when the power can come, and that's when it's at its best.
Set as well.
Absolutely. Just getting back to the 10-8 round. When you knock your opponent down, it's a 1-point deduction of your opponent. So you're going to win the round. If the round was relatively even, you will win it 10-8. If your opponent was winning the round and you knock him down, as we round number 3, and if you were behind on the round and you come and knock your opponent down, you get 1 point for knocking him down. Of course, your opponent would have won the round, so it's an even round up until that stage. And then the judges will score the rest of the round accordingly.
We start the third of a scheduled 10. Now, remembering ISTVAN Zeller, he only went the 3 rounds with Zach Dunn when he was here 16 months ago. Not here in this very ring. It was across town at the Celebrity Room at the Mooney Valley.
Yeah, I was there, actually. Absolutely. I should know, shouldn't I?
And can Akawi give him a similar finish on his return trip to Australia?
And, of course, the difference is between Zach Dunn and Bilal Akkawy is that Zach doesn't waste punches. He's a power puncher.
Understand?
And he punches short, so he will work in close, and he'll work he's a good thinker, Zach Dunn, and he'll work his opponent into an area where he wants to be before he unloads. He just doesn't unload wildly like that. And this is something that Bilal will take, you know, he'll learn a lot from this, because he's going to get sick of hitting used air, you know, because his opponent, a good, smart opponent. Yeah, absolutely. I used to do it all the time.
You have to remember, it's just his 13th professional contest for Bilal Akkawy. There's big raps on him. He's still got a lot to learn. He knows that. He'd be the first to admit that. He's learning on the job, but the raw tools, the pure assets are there for all to see.
Absolutely, and he is a talent, and we need to look after these young guys, give them the right fights, keep them active, and keep them focused. But again, it comes back to the trainers in the gym. They've got to teach new things. They've got to work hard, because if you don't work hard, you're going to get found out. I don't care what part of the sport you're in, whether you're a judge, you're a timekeeper, a referee, fighter, corner man, bucket boy. If you don't do your work and you don't put the effort in, you're going to get found out some way. It's a very unforgiving sport of professional boxing. Great sport, I love it. It's my passion, it's my life.
ISTVAN Zeller still providing, or proving to be a difficult
nice
target to hit. Just a cheeky little left jab.
He's just going to frustrate Bilal at the moment, because his experience is starting to come to the fore now. He's using all of the ring. He's done about 400 circles of the ring now, Bruce, I think. And look, the thing is, at the moment, Bilal is just following him. He doesn't know how to cut the ring off quite the way he would like to, because he's just getting frustrated. He just wants to plant one right on the chin like that. But good experienced fighters can get away from that.
And Zella, he saw an opportunity then, because Akawi almost overcommitted. But Zella, just in returning fire, just missed with the uppercut.
It's a terrific night of boxing. I hope you're enjoying it wherever you may be. Brad Vicali here with Bruce Eve. It's wonderful to work with you, Bruce. I think for the second time in our time. I can't remember the first time, but I'm pretty sure it's the second time.
I think it was back in the late 90s, actually.
I would have been about 15 then.
That's the end of the third.
Another good round for Bilal. While he wasn't as effective as what he was in the previous round when he scored a knockdown, effective aggression is what wins fights. As we see some of the action, you'll see Bilal here unloading on his opponent. The big punches, the big bombs. What's this? There's a nice lead by ISTVAN Zeller. His experience starting to come through now. He's moving away from that right hand. You see he's moving to his right. Look at this. There he goes. And the judges wouldn't have scored that. They'd hit him on the arm. And Mahmoud Akawi there, telling his opponent, telling a young man, take your time, find your range. You've got to work within your parameters, Bruce, don't you? You know, he's just a little bit frustrated at the moment, I guess we could call it.
And it's, well, yeah, and it's frustration, which is what Zella is trying to bring out in his younger opponent now, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And you know,
he knows he can't match him for power. He's not going to stand in front.
He's not going to match him for power. He's not going to match him for youth or vigour or youthfulness. So what he'll do is he'll just frustrate him and try and last the 10 rounds.
So we're into the fourth. ISTVAN Zeller from Hungary. He's fought all around the globe. The United States, Germany, Denmark, here in Australia before, Switzerland, the Czech Republic.
His first fight that he ever fought, a title fight, his first title fight was in fact the loss to Zach Dunn, the Dynamo, at Moonee Valley.
Right, that punch, that punch.
He'll be up next in the main event against the Brazilian Rogério Damasco for the vacant WBC International Silver Super Middleweight crown.
And I'm sure that all of the fans of Zach Dunn are eagerly awaiting, wherever you might be, to all our friends and our fight fans over in New York, to Joe DeGuardia of Star Promotions and all the team over there. We wish you all the best as ISTVAN Zeller loses his feet.
Ignatius Missilaitis quickly called it a slip and waves them back on. Akawi continues to march forward, and Zeller continues to retreat, not letting his hands go much. He's basically concentrating on keeping out of harm's way. Just the odd cheeky little blow in there like that short right.
Bilal's just starting to feel the pressure a little bit there. I think the mouth's starting to open. He's used a lot of energy by loading up and loading up. I just love to see him let the hands go. Don't try and load up. Just let the hands go, because he's got natural power, and he just got to let the hands go. This is something you can't teach. I mean, the old saying, you take the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And he'll wake up one day when he works out, when he just lets the hands go. But
nice straight right from Zella.
Yeah,
there.
Zella, he's getting a bit more confident now, using all of the ring, and he knows his opponent hasn't got the answers to his questions, unless he gets hit on the chin. Then he'll know.
He's just beating him to the punch in the last few exchanges.
And if you look at Bilal, he's just starting to reach out. He's overreaching with those punches because he's out of his range. See there? And anyone can, a blind man would have saw that left hook coming. You can't throw a left hook off the cuff like that. Where's the nice left lead that he has got? Well, there's a lead. Now set it up from there. Move your opponent and manoeuvre him around. And
everything works off the jab, doesn't it?
Absolutely,
Needs to get
Bruce.
back to basics here.
If you haven't got a jab, you haven't got anything.
Oh, the left uppercut. It was a glancing blow. Zella was lucky it was only that.
No holding,
Absolutely.
no holding.
What he's doing is he's bringing his opponent in to his range where he's out where he can't hurt him, and then he's tying him up. And the mouth is starting to open on. This is a good thing for young BILAL AKKAWY, because he is going to go the distance here if this fight keeps going the way it's going.
Round number 4.
Round number 4. Round in the books.
Still did enough to win the round, Akawi, in my view. There wasn't a lot in it, but I think he did just enough to win the round. But I guess there'll be some
I wouldn't be surprised if the judges gave that to our Hungarian visitor. Three judges scoring this one. Jeff Eddy,
Yes.
Wayne Ashdown, and Alan McCall.
Good experienced judges too. Wayne, been around a long time. Alan McCall, been around a long time. One of our better referees coming along now. And, of course, Jeff Eddy. What can you say about Jeff? He's been around longer than I've been to school.
Well, just seeing some of those highlights in the fourth round, and he really made him miss on countless occasions then, did Istvan.
He made him miss, and he almost made him pay on a number of occasions. He doesn't have a lot of power, but he's frustrating Bilal at the moment. But Bilal, I think, look, that was a very close round, and our judges could have easily given it to ISTVAN Zeller. I think the power of Akkawy, even though he's reaching out for his punches, they're sort of really arm punches, Bruce, and he's not getting a lot of leverage behind them.
So we start the fifth. Many didn't think that Zella would still be in the ring with BILAL Akkawy. Akawi, sorry.
After that knockdown. Actually, I've been calling it Akkawy all the time, with Mick Akkawy and all the team, and they've never ever pulled me up. So if you're listening, boys, there was no intention, nothing bad, but it's Akawi or Akkawy. It's
Akawi.
We got the right bloke anyway.
We checked with the corner before
Who's
we
the
came
young guy
on
with the power? And the name on the back of his trunks. His opponent, ISTVAN Zeller from Hungary in the black and white shorts. Second visit to Australia. Nice left lead from Zella. Using all of the ring. Frustrating. And there's that wild right hand. There's the left lead. He paid for it there, Bilal.
A bit more sting in the jab then from Zella.
He's building in confidence, Zella, isn't he? He knows he's got to stay away from the powder. There's the triple jab by Zella. Confidence is starting to build. You can see it. You can feel it. Counter punch over the top. And Bilal just getting more and more angry and just a little bit more frustrated. Couple of nice leads. He's actually winning this round, ISTVAN Zeller.
No hold. No hold, Istvan. No hold.
Akawi just looking to close the distance now. He needs to... Oh,
Stop. No, the fight was down.
It was a slip. It was classed as a slip by Ignatius.
It was a slip.
Hit him while he's down,
Ignatius
disqualify. You
took
understand?
exception to him, hit him while he's on the deck. And it was just a
I
forward
think it was just a reaction, wasn't it? It was...
Yeah.
It wasn't...
The old saying, you can always say you're sorry.
There. Yeah. Doesn't help the bloke who's just copped it on the whiskers, though.
That was a nice left lead there by Bilal. Not doing enough at the moment. I've got Zella just pinching this round, stealing the round, I should say, with that sneaky little left lead.
Inside the final minute.
Akkawy starting to unload to the body at the moment.
There's that
Nice
left hook.
lead. Right hand under
rib
the
to
heart.
body, yep. Zella again retreating.
He started to bridge that gap a little bit, Bilal. Started to bridge that gap, finding a range a little bit at the end of this round.
25 seconds until
Nice
the end of
little
round
right
5.
again. Just in this last 30 seconds, Bilal has started to find a range. Right hand to the body, right hand just under the rib cage there. And you notice why he started to throw a left lead.
Tries an ambitious left uppercut.
Yeah, ambitious is the exact word that it requires from a mile out, but there we see the end of round number 5. And by golly, I had Zella winning the first half of that round and Akkawy winning the last quarter of the round. So, you know, not one to score 10-10 rounds. But I think with the power of, there's a nice left lead by Zella. There's another one. 3 leads there in a row, we call that.
Nothing on the punches, but all scoring.
And they don't need to be powerful to score, you know, so that's one of the misnomers of this sport. There's a nice little left hook over the top. And Akkawy at the moment, or Akawi, all business at the moment, Bilal. And
So the halfway mark. 5 in the books, 5 to go.
And I just want to say a big thanks to Modern Style Kitchens, Con Cassimus. I know you're watching, Con, wherever you are here in Melbourne. We want to say thanks for your support for Barry Michaels TV Ringside out at Clayton South. If you need a good
Clayton
kitchen,
South, yeah.
need a new kitchen, whatever it is, go and see Con Cassimus at Modern Style Kitchens. I'm quite sure. And if you tell him you're a fight fan, he might give it to you for nothing, or put it in for nothing.
Well, he gives great deals anyway. He'll give you an even better deal. And our great friends at Lotus Caravans as well, supporting this semi-main event.
And what a great caravan.
Don't punch, don't
Caravans
punch,
are.
don't punch, don't punch.
So we're into the 6th. And ISTVAN Zeller certainly putting up a dogged display, a frustrating display for the young rising star, BILAL AKKAWY.
And you can, you know, that's the old adage, the experience will beat youth, you know. So, I mean, he's not winning this fight, but the experience is starting to take. He's going to take this young kid to school. And, of course, Bilal's got the power. He's got the youth. There's a nice left lead that turned into a hook. You see he's getting desperate again. He's wild with those punches. This, you know, he's 2 steps away. He needs to step in with that lead, Bruce, as you called it. If he could just use that lead, empower that lead a little bit, get in and get a range, then he can work to the body, work to the head.
Zella just pouring out the jab.
Nice, yep.
There's nothing behind them, little slappy left hooks. And AKKAWY continuing.
It's a dogged performance, isn't it, by ISTVAN Zeller? A dogged performance.
Zella claiming that punch was a little below the belt. I think he was... It was a speculative call on his part.
And Bruce, when you think about it, I mean, you know, Zella's match fit, 21 fights. I've never heard of a fighter fighting 21 fights in 12 months. What an amazing effort. 16 wins and 5 losses for 2015. But then again, he's a busy fighter. 2014, he had 11 fights for 8 wins and 3 losses. In 2013, 6 fights, 5 wins, 1 losses. So his work ethic is very, very good. And his fight ethic, he's afraid to fight no one. And he travels. He's a fighter, so he'll travel to fight.
Like his countrymen earlier tonight, we saw Peter Orlick, who fought 18 times last year. They certainly do things differently
Let it go, let it go.
in Hungary. And as Brad just explained, this is his 40th professional contest, and he only turned...
Beautiful right hand. Went over the top, out of nowhere. That hurt.
And the 40th professional contest might be ending very shortly.
Oh, he's in a world of pain.
Right hand.
8.
ISTVAN Zeller is in a world of pain. That really hurt. Don't be surprised that's not a cheekbone breaker.
30 seconds to go in the 6th. Can AKKAWY finish him here? Zella again on his bike. AKKAWY continues to stalk him. Can he blast him one more time?
He needs to get smarter, not harder. Bilal, he's got him on. He's hurt him. He knows. He's just got to work him into a corner. Don't go with a big punch. Come on, punches in bunches. If you're going to put this bloke away, you're not going to do it with one punch. Punches in bunches, and there he is, the end of the round.
So a second visit to the canvas for
Another
ISTVAN
10-8
Zeller.
round. Yep, another 10-8 round for BILAL AKKAWY.
As we see some of the action, and ISTVAN Zeller, well, you always thought it was going to be a matter of time before BILAL AKKAWY caught up with his frustrating opponent. There it is. It almost knocked him out guard. It was almost a delayed reaction before he finally took the knee in his opponent's corner.
Oh, the power behind that right hand. What's this? There it is. And what's this? He's gone, wow, what hit me? Was that a train or what?
Another great night of entertainment here at the Melbourne Pavilion. The beautiful venue was run by Brian Armatruda here, just outside the Melbourne CBD. Packed house and a great night of fights. BILAL AKKAWY up against ISTVAN Zeller.
Round number 7.
And the 7th round is underway. And AKKAWY has sent his opponent to the canvas twice. Oh, the left hook, and Zeller, the legs wobbled again. Zeller again retreating. And you really can't blame him. He's tasted the power of the young Sydney sider. That blow came glancing off the shoulder, so not the full power was felt from the Hungarian. And AKKAWY looking to finish it. Zeller still retreating, just pouring out the jab. Nothing really coming in offense. Right rip to the body, it was almost round behind into the kidneys. AKKAWY poised, right hand cock, wants to unload it again. Zella just catching him. Again, just a sneaky little left as Akawi was moving in.
He's really trying to turn up the wick now, BILAL AKKAWY, and it's just not working for him because Zella now is a careful fighter, and he doesn't want to get tagged by that punch again, because it's a powerful punch, and he knows it can turn the lights out at any minute.
On the left, it didn't catch him
Oh,
clean,
that was
but
a
Zella,
powerful body punch.
I still don't reckon he's got his legs back completely.
No, he hasn't. Not with a punch like that, Brian. The Bruce, the equilibrity really is starting to just find, set itself, and he's a little bit wobbly. Look, he's in a world of pain at the moment. ISTVAN ZELLER fighting on heart and heart alone.
Really heavy in the heels.
BILAL AKKAWY, he knows he's got this in the bag. He's got to fight a little bit smarter. Beautiful left lead that was.
Zella, he's been very brave. Under a minute to go in the 7th.
Can he survive round number 7? Will this fight go the distance? There's a left hook over the top. This is with a short right hand.
Turn around.
Quality title on the line here too. The WBC Eurasia Pacific super middleweight title, previously held by Zach Dunn. It's a regional body of the World Boxing Council, the prestigious and very, very respectful World Boxing Council, the WBC.
Zella almost stumbling around the ring now.
Yeah.
No fluid movement with the legs which are crying out for a break.
It's amazing how it's turned from those couple of rounds where he's really cheeky and he started to pitch around. There's a left hook. He's down again.
It was a slip.
He's down.
Oh, it was a slip.
Referee rules the slip. Gee, it was slipped after the left hook. But and I think that the forward momentum is why the referee called it. But another good round for BILAL AKKAWY. I hope we're saying it right, folks at home. Is it AKKAWY or AKKAWY? But whatever.
AKKAWY,
We've got the right guy. Let's have a look at this.
His family.
There's a little short left hook, a little right to the body. Now watch this. AKKAWY lining up. Nice left lead by Zella. There's the left hook, and oh, that hurt. Misses to the body. There's another left hook, and you can see the pain on his face. I wouldn't mind betting he's got a cracked jaw or a cheekbone or something, I think. Yeah, you can see the pain in his face there, Bruce Eva, and of course he's a brave young fellow, and look, honestly, there's no dog in this young kid. He's going to fight it to the very end, or the referee's going to have to save him, or his corner like they did with the Orlick fight.
Shown enormous heart.
And what a great crowd here tonight at the Melbourne Pavilion. What a fantastic venue this is here. Look at the crowd, it's an intimate crowd here.
That doesn't show the full spectrum either, the standing room.
And for those of you who don't know about the Melbourne Pavilion at Racecourse Road, Flemington, it's a purpose-built stadium built by Brian Armatruder of Big Time Boxing. And it's used, they have weddings here. If you plan on getting married for the first time or for the second or third time,
not usually the same night as the fights, though.
No, no. Otherwise, they'll be often lose. There'll be plenty of fights after the wedding day, I can tell you. But what a wonderful purpose-built venue. The only purpose-built venue for professional boxing or combat sports anywhere in Australia, and indeed anywhere in the Southern Hemisphere. I don't know of another one anywhere, apart from the Karakoan Hall in Tokyo, which is controlled by the Japan Boxing Commission.
AKKAWY, both hands down by his side.
Oh, he's confident now.
Yeah, he's almost taunting Zella with his body language to throw something and make a mistake, and then he's going to try and finish the job.
And Bruce, just getting off that, you've got to pay homage to Barry Michael. Like, if there's no harder worker in the sport, look at the crowd that he's been able to bring here tonight, and the matchmaking of Alfredo Casano is excellent. And of course, Craig Dunn and the team.
Well in excess of 50 corporate tables tonight, hundreds more in standing room, jammed up around the
and I hope that we're not going to call him, we can't call him break-even Barry, can we? But former world super featherweight champion, former two-time Australian champion, former Commonwealth champion.
Oh,
Barry
great right from
AKKAWY, he gets tucked straight into ISTVAN ZELLER. And, you know, realistically, this is actually the best thing that can happen to BILAL, because he has He's dug himself into a hole. He got out of it. He's frustrated by his opponent has started to frustrate him. He hasn't allowed him to work and use his power. But you know what? He's fighting it. Here we are in round number 8. He's doing it a bit tough. The hands are down. The mouth is open. He's doing it tough as he's doing it as tough as his opponent. There's a big right hand, followed by the left hook to the body. They hurt Zella.
Still 50 seconds to go in the 8th. Akawi, you get the feeling there is just one big punch away from this ending. And Zella did well to see off that flurry from Akawi.
Akawi just needs to put some punches together. I'd love to see him just let the hands go. There's a nice rip to the good.
Over there,
right,
that wasn't a count. That's got to be from the body shot.
Absolutely. Right,
4,
left rip, right under
5,
the solar plexus.
6,
and
7,
that hurt.
8.
They take every
Body
little bit of
went down, okay?
every little bit of ounce of breath in your body.
No argument from Zella there. He knew that was a legitimate knockdown. Can he finish him here?
He is brave, ISTVAN Zeller, the 3rd knockdown of the fight. Can he hold on? We're inside 10 seconds. I'd say another knockdown. I'd say Tibor Feyer will stop this fight. He's not going to let his fighters get hurt.
That was a body shot that dropped him.
And you heard that from Ignatius Missilades, as you could have seen. It was the body shot that dropped him.
We'll see it here. We'll see it here. There's the left lead to the body. That one hit there. You watch this. There's the little right hand to the body. That hurt as well.
I reckon it was the left.
There's the body shot there as well. Do you watch? He steps off here now, Zella. Oh, the right hand hurt as well.
Yeah, that's action in Zella's corner. It was in Akawi's corner where he's dropped late in the round. And this will be it here. There's the left.
Oh, that hurt. You are brave, ISTVAN Zeller. I doff my hat to you. Look at that, right under the solar plexus. Oh,
he was still trying to throw as he was going down as well.
Absolutely.
Penultimate round. Yes, it certainly is John Akawi.
I take back what I said. I didn't think this was going to go the distance. I actually think this might go the distance. If Zella can get a second wind here, he's going to frustrate Bilal.
I reckon it'll be his 3rd or 4th win, Bradley. He's visited the canvas 3 times.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if you want to see a guy who's got experience and heart, he might not have a lot of power, he might not be pretty to watch, but he is what this sport's all about, ISTVAN Zeller.
He's tagged with a left hand. He's in early trouble here.
And Bilal has got so much fight in him. He's got so much power. He's just not delivering the power he'd like to. But you know what? You can only beat the opponent that's in front of you, and he's doing it well at the moment. Another body shot. He's about ready to hit the deck again.
Okay, 2 times now. No hold, okay? No hold, okay?
As if he didn't have enough problems. Brad McCarley and Bruce Eva with you on commentary. Semi-main event here on Barry Michael's big show. He's first of 2016 at the Melbourne Pavilion. And BILAL AKKAWY, well, he's been given a lesson tonight in terms of, I guess, composure and needing to maybe pick his punches a little better. But valuable rounds he's getting under his belt, this rising Australian star. And he has put ISTVAN Zeller to the canvas 3 times on the way to what's going to be a big victory.
Absolutely. And, of course, he is a star in the making. BILAL AKKAWY. ISTVAN Zeller is, you know, you probably call him a journeyman in a nice way. He fight anybody, anywhere. And, of course, he is as brave as they come. But wherever you are around Australia, I hope you're enjoying our coverage here. I'm working with Bruce Eva, and it's fantastic to work with such a professional and a man who knows his sport. We're watching live on Channel 31 right round Victoria, and of course Star Boxing in North America in New York. Joe DeGuardia and the team over there. I know you're watching. I'm not sure what time it is. Oh, there's a left lead to the body. He's down again. Referee hasn't called it. Technically, that is a clean knockdown.
That should have been a knockdown. Yeah, that was a straight
punch
to the
delivered
body.
with the knuckle part of the glove to the scoring part of the body, and as a direct result, a 3rd part of your body hits the ground as a clean knockdown, and Bilal goes down with a wild punch.
That was a slip. He swung himself off his feet. The previous knockdown, which should have been the last knockdown, was much from fatigue for the Hungarian.
The pained face of ISTVAN Zeller is focused. And, there's another one
shot.
to the body.
Was an absolute beauty. I'm not sure. He's shaking his head in his
he
corner.
doesn't want any more.
I don't think he's going to beat the count. No, he is. He's up at 6. That's courage.
If you've got
That
to
is
go one more time,
brave.
it's over, okay?
Ignatius Missalades tells him one more knockdown, it's all over.
And that body shot really hurt him. I reckon he might even have a crook rib.
There's 15 seconds to go in the round.
Yep, he's starting to protect his rib a little bit now. Look at that. The pain on his face, you can see it. We've already got him a broken cheekbone. Now we've given him a broken rib as well.
And he survives the round again. Probably about the 5th time that the bowler saved ISTVAN Zeller.
He looked over to his corner and said, no, I've had enough. And Tibor Faya said, no, you get up and get out there as we see some of the action. Now let's see if we can see this body shot.
So he's been down 4 times and really he's been down 5 because the other one was classed as a slip.
And those punches to the body were powerful. There it is.
That's
the one that was a slip. Now that was a clean knockdown, in my view. There's the body punches in the bit. That's the one where Akawi put too much in it. There's the punch to the body. That was right in the solar plexus again, right underneath the rib cage. Watch this. There it is, and that hurt. You can see it hurt because, look, the feet went straight from under him. There was not an ounce of breath under him. Look at this. Not an ounce of breath in his
well, he already had the pained expression on his face. That was then almost torture.
Now, what's the bet? Crown bet, I think, you're here tonight with us. So now, what's the bet that he's going to go the distance?
Well,
ISTVAN Zeller.
what's the bet that BILAL AKKAWY is going to go straight to the body? Because that's what he should do. The 10th and final round. Brave performance from the Hungarian visitor. Impressive performance from the young Sydney sider. One of the rising stars of Australian boxing. Body with a right and a left to start the round. No surprises there.
I said a little bit earlier on, Bruce Eva, body shots are good. Hurt the body, hurt the mind.
AKKAWY just sizing up his opponent. Wants to take him out. Wants to get another stoppage on his already impressive record of 11 wins and a draw from just 12 fights.
You know, there's some good fights for Akawi here in Australia. Some good super middleweights are around. Whether or not, you know, they're prepared to take them. But and there's, you know, the current crop of super middleweights that we've got that are world class. You know, we talk of Zach Dunn, of course, Daniel Gill, Blake Caparello, Junior Talapau, Rowan Murdoch, and of course Sammy Solomon, who often has ventured up to super middleweight in order to get fights, but really is a middleweight. And then of course we've got the next crop that's coming through, the next level: Jade Mitchell, Bilal Akkkaway, of course, Ryan Breeze, Jamie Weech, the Englishman over in Perth, and of course the young man we saw tonight, Mitch Middleton-Clark. They've all got a little bit of a way to go, but you know, a smart boxer is going to test Bilal Akkawy. You know, some of these guys who don't care about getting hit on the chin and don't care about punches, because, you know, realistically, punches are the easiest blokes to fight. They are the easiest bloke. I'd rather fight a bloke like Bilal Akkawy rather than fight a guy like who's got great hands. And of course,
Zella with a bit of showboat.
Starting to say, well, listen, you haven't got me out of here. You've had me down 5 times, but you haven't got me out of here. Akkawy's now saying, come on, fight.
Akawi's got 70 seconds to get him out of here.
And he's getting angry, Bilal. He's getting frustrated.
Not sure that was the smartest move from his phone, Zella.
He's going to upset his opponent. Maybe he wants to hurt him.
Minute to go.
But he has been taught a very good lesson tonight, and I mean this in a nice way. I'm not criticising Bilal. You know, this is what he needs. He needs hard fights. He needs fighters that are smart, that are going to take him and
well, it's the first time he's gone 10 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely, Bruce. And of course, this is what he needs. You know, blowing blokes out in 1 and 2 rounds not going to teach her anything. But he's had to dig deep tonight. He's had an opponent there who, for a moment, could have stole a couple of rounds. But it's a clear win to Bilal Akkawy here tonight.
It's going to be a wide points margin. Akkawy calling his opponent on. He's frustrated. Still frustrated, isn't he? Yeah, he's going to have a big points win. He's wanted the knockout. And he unloads in the neutral corner. And Zella doesn't fire back, but calls him on. He's been brave. He's been gutsy.
There can be
Finally,
no
he tries to throw a big right hand. Akawi's got a smile on his face. Now it's a grimace. And that is 10 very interesting rounds of professional boxing.
What a terrific effort by ISTVAN Zeller. I got my hat to him because I didn't think he'd go the distance. And he taught Bilal Akkawy a lot tonight. He has learned a lot, because he has learned that. And here we have some of the action from this last round, where we see ISTVAN Zeller playing up to the crowd, waving to the crowd, and in the throws, frustrating his opponent, BILAL AKKAWY, as he goes with a double-fisted attack in the neutral corner. And they were great punches there. A lot of them only hit the arms and the gloves, but the referees, or the judges, will score those.
So his second trip to Australia, he was bombed out in 3 rounds by Zach Dunn 16 months ago.
Yep.
But he's going to leave the ring tonight, not necessarily intact. He'll have a bag full of very sore ribs. He'll probably have a very sore cheekbone and a headache.
Absolutely, he will.
But with much more respect than...
Well, what he did tonight, he got a young fighter who's an up-and-coming fighter who's got a ton of ability and a ton of talent, but he realistically took him to school a little bit. He didn't win the fight. He probably only maybe might have won 1 round. I think you'll see the scores will be probably...
He's knocked down 4 times.
Yeah,
probably 5. Should have been
probably 100 to 85 or 87 or something like that. But when you look at it, that BILAL now can go back and sort of say, okay, what do I need to do better to get these guys out of there? Because when he gets involved with a couple of good fighters, you know, a couple of the American fighters, you know, there's some of those, American fighters over there that really know their way around a boxing ring, and they're not going to get fazed by getting hit on the chin by a big puncher.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we've gone to the judges' scorecards. Your 3 judges have scored the contest 186, 90 to 87, 100 to 86. Declaring your winner and new WBC Eurasia Pacific Boxing Council title, red corner, BILAL AKKAWY.
BILAL, WBC Eurasian Boxing Council super middleweight champion. It's got a nice ring to it.
Yeah, it definitely does. I'm very grateful for having an opportunity to fight for this. Thank Craig, Barry Michaels, my uncle. You know, my father, he couldn't make it tonight, but, you know, he'll be here next time, hopefully. Junior, you know, everyone in my team. It's been a long, you know, I've been doing this for quite some time now. We're starting to move forward now, and, you know, this is the exciting part. I'd just like to thank my sponsors who've been there from the start. Manning's, for 4 years now. This is the 5th year. They're still been there. So I've got to thank them. I've got to thank Priority One Coding, P&K Accident Repairs, and everyone that came down from Sydney and the people that came out here. They told me that I'm starting to get some followers. So I thank everybody for getting behind me.
BILAL, it was a tough fight. An intelligent opponent, a smart opponent. You had him down basically 5 times during the fight. You were becoming frustrated. You dug yourself into a little hole. The power didn't work there for a little while. Yeah. You were reaching for your punches, but, you know, you got the job done. You can only beat the fighter in front of you, and he was a smart fighter. So what were you thinking early part of the round, how you were going to get him out of there?
Well, he definitely was a smart fighter. I mean, he's had a lot of experience, 40 fights, you know. So he's seasoned. But, you know, I tried to be patient. You know, he got under my skin at times, as you probably could tell. I was starting to get impatient, overreaching. You know, I was glad that I was able to regain composure and just relax and just, you know, the fight has to go the distance. Sometimes it has to go. You can't always get the knockout. So you just got to do what you have to do.
During the call, I was with Bruce Eva and I was just sort of saying, BILAL, just let the punches flow, just let them go because you've got natural power. You don't need to load up, but you were loading up and you were overreaching and he could see them coming, and I could see you becoming more and more frustrated. But towards that latter part of the round 7 and 8, you started to find your range a little bit. Just you brought him onto the punches a little bit. Yeah. It would be just really good. And look, I think this is the best thing that could have happened to you to go 10 rounds. You haven't been 10 rounds before, so it's a real learning curve.
Yeah, I've probably been 7 rounds. That's the longest I've been. So this is the first 10 rounder. You know, it definitely need the experience. So that was great. And we're just trying to improve every fight.
Still undefeated. What next?
I'll just leave it to my team and. You know, I'll get back in the gym and I've got a lot of things that I've got to improve on. I'll just focus on becoming a better fighter every day and I'll leave the rest to my team and I'll just do my work.
There's an old saying, controlled aggression wins fights.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me, have you heard how the boys have gone up in Sydney tonight, Nader and all the team?
No, I don't. I'm eager to find out. You know, yeah, Nader Hamlin's fighting tonight, huh? Second round knockout Nader won, so that's great.
The Lion Heart lives again.
Yeah.
Well done, Bilal. Is it Akkawy or Akawi?
It's Akawi.
Because I've always known Mick, I'll say, oh, there's Mick Akkawy. So then we sort of say, no, it's Akawi. So I'd rather call you Akkawy.
Yeah, it's Akawi.
Keep people confused.
There he is, the new WBC Eurasian Boxing Council super middleweight champion. And now he will make big strides into the World Boxing Council. He's a young star on the way up, Bilal Akkawy.
Thanks again, everybody.
Well, the curtains have been drawn. We're now ready for our main event of the evening. It's the Dynamo Zach Dunn versus Rogério Damasco from Brazil. Stay with us. Go and grab a cold beer, a cup of tea, whatever you do. Don't blink, because this fight's coming up right next.
So we'll take a quick break, and there is Zach Dunn warming up. Barry Michael Boxing from the Melbourne Pavilion, the main event right after this.